Hey there, what's up? Why is the word there? Thank you so much for joining me in another video. Today I am super excited because we're doing a challenge. Like, I'm challenging myself. And as I'm speaking about challenges, last week was sort of a rough week for me, mentally, emotionally, so I was going through it a little, but I've been challenging myself to be in a good mood and to just, you know, take it with a grain of salt, and I can already feel the difference in this week. So I'm going to continue challenging myself, but this time I'm going to transfer that energy to makeup. So here's the challenge, guys. I have these little baggies here and an envelope. Now I have two eyeshadow palettes. So what I did in this bag, I put numbers. This is for my MacBook, and then in the other envelope I put stuff for this palette here. So the challenge is, guys, I'm going to shake this. I get to pick 3 colors from the MacBook and then 1 color from the other palette. The reason I did it like that is because my other palette has way more shimmer, shadows and glitters, and then, you know, the MacBook, it's all matte, so I get to use 4 shadows in total. I'm excited. I have no idea how this look is going to turn out. So yeah, let's get this video started. Okay, guys, so shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Probably having a little too much fun doing that, but so I'm gonna close my eyes, you know, going like bird box, eyes closed. I ain't seeing nothing, and I'm going to, I get to pick. Okay, so here's 1. That's 1. That's 2. I'm keeping my eyes closed so you guys don't say I cheat. And that's 3. Okay, so I have my 3 here, so I'm going to put this to the side. And now the envelope, I'm gonna give this a good shake too, and I get to choose just 1. I hope it's actually a shimmer. Okay, 1. Now I've labeled them. So I labeled the colors in the other palette J and whatever number it was, and for the MacBook I labeled it M whatever number. So the first one we got was M19. You guys see that? So the first one we got was M19, 19, M23, and then M20. So those, I don't think I can any really colorful ones. And for the other palette I got J16. Okay, so let's reveal what it was. So let's start with this palette first. Now how I numbered them, so this is 1, then this is 2, then 3, 4. So it goes in this direction. And I got J16. So that means it's the last color at the bottom here because there's 16 shadows in this. So it's this shade right here. The name of it is Fulani, and it's like a cool tone ash brown. Now for this one, the way I listed it was the same thing. There's 7 in the row, so this is 7, 14, 21, and then these here. So 19 is this green one here, based on the way that I numbered it, and then 20 is the navy blue because it's the one right next to it, and then 23, 21, 22, 23 is this brown shade here. So we have 2 browns, one from the other palette, one from the matte book, and then a green and a navy blue. I kind of want a shimmer shade. I want a shimmer shade, so I'm gonna give myself a bonus. Okay, I'm gonna give myself a bonus, and yes, I can give myself a bonus because I deserve it. So I'm going back into the bag. This is the one that has the palette with the shimmer shades. I'm shaking it up. I'm gonna close my eyes again. May the odds ever be in my favor. I got J12. So let's see what that one is. 12. Ah! Damn, I just got another matte shade. Ugh. So I got this shade here. So I'm using these 2 shades, one on top of the other from this palette. You know, that was life's way of telling me I'm doing too much. You know, life's been trying to tell me that a lot lately. I've been wanting to go too far too quickly, and sometimes you just have to slow down, appreciate what you have in the moment, but still look towards, but I'm trying to do too much. Anyway, so I have no idea what look I'm going to do. So what I am going to do is that I'm going to go do one eye off camera, try to figure out a look, and then when I have that under control, I'm gonna come back and show you guys how I do the other side of my eye, and then we'll do the rest of our face. Okay guys, so you know the deal. I brought you in closer. So this is what I came up with. You're probably saying, where is the green and navy blue eyeshadow? That's where it is. Like, I already had a skeleton there, so it wasn't done completely, but I just traced out the shape that I wanted. And now the first thing I did, I took the green shade, and I'm going to use, this is actually an eyebrow brush. There's a spoolie on one side here, and on that side is an angled brush. So I just used in the angle side, and I dipped it in the shadow. Then I'm just going to brush this up in this direction. So this is what I'm doing with that green eyeshadow. So I'm just going this way. Now you don't want to start off on the head of your brow or the very top of your brow here immediately. So I'm just going to do this. So I'm basically just filling it in. So I used my regular pencil that I draw my eyebrows with to draw out my shape, and then I'm using the green eyeshadow to fill it in. And another reason why you want to draw the skeleton is because not just for it giving you a guide, but my eyebrow hairs are black, and for the most part I have eyebrows, so then if I just went in with this shadow, it would be harder to conceal my brow hairs. But when I use the pencil, it just kind of blends in better. Now I stopped about here with the green, and then I put the navy blue on the tail of my brow. Now when I reach to the head of my eyebrow, I put the brush like this, and then I flick it up like so. Just brushing it to blend the color as I go along. Now I'm going to wipe off this brush. You guys know I love to finesse and make the most of what I have, so I'm going to wipe it off and then use that same brush and dip into the navy blue to put on the tail of my eyebrows, and then I'm going to conceal it and then start with the eyeshadow on my eyes. Taking the clean brush and try to make sure if it's as flat as possible, it would just be better for you. So I'm just putting it my fingers like this and pulling the brush, not too hard. Just take that blue, fill it in, and of course same thing like when you blend in eyeshadows, you put some of that navy blue on the end of where you have the green so it can mesh together. Alright guys, so that was basically it in a rough sense, and I'm just going to go ahead and conceal it, and then I'll be back. So the first thing I did is I just took this big old fluffy brush and I went into this color, the number 23 that we got from our eyeshadow raffle. And I'm just gonna put that all over here. I'm using it as a transition shade. You know, and like I said, make sure you get under your brow bone. So we've completed all the numbers that we've drawn, that we drew from the matte book. So now I'm going to the other eyeshadow palette and I'm taking number 12 and eyes open, looking straight forward. Boom, so I can already see there where the shadow went. And now I'm just going to continue tapping this in until I'm satisfied with the build up, and I'm going to use the other shade to blend out the edges. When I go to the edge, I tilt my brush this way so it fits perfectly on the outer V, and I'm just stamping it so it can give me that kind of, it won't be straight or very harsh, but it can give me that kind of cut look. So now that I have a nice healthy dose of that, it's time to move on to the next shade, which is number 16 at the bottom here. Yeah, this is a very ashy brown. I mean, left to me alone, I would not use this to blend out that shade, but that's what we picked from the bag, so that's what I'm doing. So same thing, I just tap it first and then I'll use blending motions. Definitely stretch your eye when you're doing this, so you make sure you're placing it accurately. So I'm using the Sharp Me liner from the Crayon case. This is their satin finish. I got this on their website. It was $5. I have demoed this product on Instagram. I did a live video showing how to do eyeliner, so definitely go ahead and check that out. You know, check me out. I'm on Instagram. Like my Facebook page as well. Follow my Facebook page. I do post things there. Listen to my podcast. It's almost nearing the end of season 1. Honey, my podcast is available on 7 to 8 platforms right now, so you really have no excuse as to why you're not listening to it. So the link is gonna be in the description and all that other good stuff too, so definitely go ahead and check that out. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and do this wing. When I look, you can see those creases there in my eye, right? You don't want your liner to cross the line of that crease you see here, because that's how we end up looking like we have raccoon eyes for the hooded eye people, so you don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is, after I assess where that crease line is, I'm going to just draw another line coming this way. And I'm making a little box. See? So this tells me how high to go. So now that I've done that, I literally just place my pen like this and drag it. So I'm just going to start off thinner in the inner part of my eye, because my eyes are hooded. I don't want to draw the line too thick, so that when I open my eye, you just see black hair or on whatever is left of my lid space. I want to make the liner small enough that some of my lid will still show, but big enough that it's noticeable. After I've put it, just use my finger to initially massage it out. Then if you saw my video that I posted about this on Facebook and Instagram, you know what I like to do is take some of my setting spray and spray my face to help me blend out all my foundation. That is one of the ways that I get my makeup to last all day. But I am going to just block my eyes very quickly and then take this spray and then just spray. Now I'm going to spray my forehead. Oh, but I feel doing both is effective. You can just spray your beauty blender. I blended everything now. Now I'm going to start doing my concealer routine. So I'm taking Chestnut, which is the shade that is my skin tone here, and I'm just going to tilt my head down and look up. I'm just applying that directly under my eye. Don't forget to like, comment your thoughts down below. I love engaging with you guys. I will always answer your comments. I'm not going to leave you out here stranded, alone, led astray. I will answer your comments, so definitely feel free to leave some below, and also subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so that you can get notified every time I post a new video. So after I put that, I'm going to take my smaller beauty blender now that is damp and go over this. Yes, I'm using cardboard to let my concealer dry, and you're not gonna do nothing about it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and blend up my concealer. I'm using light pressure in the center of my face, and when I reach to the edge, I'm taking the clean side of my beauty blender to help me give it a nicer blend, and that's where I'm going to apply the most pressure on the edges, because I don't want to remove too much of the concealer directly under my eye, and I'm going to just blend out all the other places where I did apply concealer. Taking warm honey from the LA Girl Pro Conceal, I'm putting that just a little under my tear duct, and I'm going to blend that out as well. I don't typically let this one dry down too much. Now I'm taking my Sacha setting powder, and this time I'm using my tapered brush as opposed to my sponge. I don't know why, I just felt like doing it that time, but you can use a brush as well. You don't always have to use a sponge. So as you can see, I'm just using it to place the product, doing that on my nose as well, making a little landing strip. And I'm taking my powder brush to dust off any excess, and I don't usually like to make my powders big. Next, I am going to contour using the True Complexion contour palette from Black Radiance, and I'm using an angled brush. You want to make sure it is angled for you to do this properly, and I'm going to use that to apply my contour in an upward motion. I'm also going to hit the perimeters of my face, my forehead, and my jawline as well. So now I'm going to reverse contour. Basically, I'm going to clean up the line of where I applied my contour. So I'm applying some at the back of my hand to take up the excess, and I'm just drawing a line across on my face. Use light pressure when you're doing this because you don't want to disturb your makeup. I did use a contour powder, but even if you don't want to, you don't have to, because the lighter powder is going to give me a contrast. Now I'm going to dust that off, and I'm using flicking motions like this to accomplish that. Next, I'm going to set my face, block my eyes, and you already know we have to tap that in for us to make it last all day, honey. I gave you guys the trick, you guys know the tea. It's time to highlight. Let's blind our haters. I'm going to take my e.l.f. highlighting brush and just apply that to the high points of my face and also a little bit to the side there. I am going to layer my highlights today, so I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty highlighter in Trophy Wife and add some to my cheeks and then further blend that out with the same brush. Back to the eyes now, so I'm just going to add some shadow to my bottom lash line using my small dome brush.
the beauty before you is none other than Verena Jonah Lake. Yes. Now before you guys drag me, my camera died on me, okay? So that's why I lost some of the footage. So I'm freeing the curls. All I did really was I put a brown liner and I used some clear gloss. That's how I got my lip. And I'm going to show you how I got the gems. So I took my eyelash glue and I used a spoolie. I used the end of the spoolie. I put some glue at the back of my hand. I made the 2 dots, bloop, bloop, on my face, and then I just put the gems. I added lashes. That was it, guys. And I freed the curls today. Yes, I was so happy. I felt so pretty. This is the first time I'm actually showing my natural hair on my channel. So that's it for today's video, guys. Yes, let me let you take all this in, okay?